What's going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today we are back in Forza Horizon 2 for a drift build of the R32 GTR. Now, I haven't done a drift build in a while, and I wanted to get back into it with something a little bit, I wouldn't say a little bit different, because these are very popular in the drifting community, obviously with rear-wheel drive swaps and things like that, but something a little bit more, almost a little bit more common as a drift car, because normally a lot of the stuff I build is really, like, I guess you could say, like, kind of off-the-wall kind of stuff. Like, I try to use stuff that people just never actually use, and I was like, why not use something that's been kind of a popular car for a while and just put my own little spin on it and see how it does? Because I haven't touched this car at all in Horizon 2. I really didn't do anything with it almost in Forza 5 either, so I think the last really dialed-in R32 build I had was... when was it? Forza Motorsport 4, which was a long time ago, so, well, I say a long time ago, but not that long ago, obviously, but still quite a ways. Now, the biggest thing that I'm going to focus on with this car is I'm going to make it, or at least my goal with it is to make it as controllable as possible. I'm going to make it as, I guess you could say, as effective as possible without taking it too far overboard, because some drift cars, they can be, depending on the car, they can be really controllable at, you know, massive horsepower numbers. And this isn't really a drag car. It's not a straight line car. Obviously, as we talked about before, it's a drift car. So we're gonna really try and strike a good balance with this car. That's gonna be the name of the game with this thing, is balance. And after we get all of the pretty much mandatory drivetrain stuff upgraded, we'll be able to kind of dive into it a little bit more. And once we get that, especially limited slip diff in there. There we go. Finally, it's got this weird delay on it sometimes. For the tire compound, we're going to be sticking with the stocks. And for, let's see, what do we have on the front? We have 225s on the front and 225s on the rear. We're square setup. I think I'm going to go 245s on the rear and leave the fronts alone. Maybe, I don't know. 245s. I don't know. We could go square setup, but you know what? I'm actually going to try. I'm going to try leaving the fronts the way they are, seeing how it performs with this staggered setup, but I may end up going back to the square setup on the smaller tires, the 225s, because, I don't know, sometimes they perform better on certain cars. We'll just have to see after testing with this thing what it likes. And in turn what it doesn't like, pretty much, because that's kind of what you have to do with a lot of these cars. You have to find what they like and what they don't like, and if you find what they like, then you can start to really build it from there. Let's go with... let's go with these and see how they work out. Definitely going to make them a little bit bigger, though. I wish I could lower the car a little bit more, because it's still really high off the ground. I'm going to go for 19s. I think 19s look really, really good. The 20s look good, too, but I feel like a really nice balanced look and balanced size is to go with the 19s. And then for the AERO and appearance, now there's going to be... never mind. I was expecting there to be quite a bit for this car, but apparently not. Apparently not at all. We're actually going to take the wing off because I like the look of a wingless Skyline as far as drift cars go. If you're doing a circuit car, obviously you keep the wing on there or you install a new wing. But for me, as far as drift purposes, I like it without the wing. I think it looks nice, and I think it really adds just to that kind of character of the car. And I think my goal for this car is to put it right around 550, 600 horsepower, that kind of range. So we're only going to be doing specific stuff to it, but the specific stuff that we do will be stuff that's really effective. Definitely cam it. Okay, we're up to 456 already. Upgrade the turbos. That puts us up to 585. 585 should be a really nice, controllable number. I'm feeling like since we're close to 600, we should probably just push for 600 anyway. So, let's see. 604. That'll be probably just about perfect right there. We're going to go ahead and lower the tire pressure just a little bit. You can get that down. And I'm just going to go ahead and mess with the gearing just a tiny bit since it is a drift car. I want to keep the gear ratios just a little bit closer. Or at least a little bit closer than I would. And we probably won't be in 6th at all. I mean, unless we're cruising on the highway, we're pretty much never going to be in 6th with this car. So when we're using it for what it's built for, we're really never going to be in 6th. So we'll just leave 6th alone and just mess with the other side. I mean, I love how I'm still talking about the gearbox stuff, and I'm all the way over at the diff now. But we're going to raise both to 100%. And after this kind of baseline setup, in fact, I'm going to maybe stiffen the springs up just a little tiny bit. And then we'll go ahead and apply that. Kind of a bass tune, just to see what it likes, what it doesn't like. And we're going to go ahead and try it out, and see if we've built an effective drift car, or effectively ruined it.
How goes it? I got a present for you if you want to drop by the garage. Yep.
Sweet, the birdcage is ready. It's got a decent acceleration to it. Trying to figure out where I should try and test it. How about right here? Very willing to get sideways, that's for sure. Oh, I thought that was another road. What the hell? I thought that was another road. Damn it. It's willing to hold angle. I mean, we didn't get very much angle there, but it's willing to hold its slides, and it's holding them nicely. It's not a lot of effort going into it. And I mean, yeah, there's effort going into the control aspect, but the actual keeping the car sideways is, I mean, it's very easy. It's not. I mean, if you're experienced, it's definitely not going to be a hard car to get used to. That's for sure. I like it, though. Really nice and controllable. Control is the main thing, like I said earlier, that I was going for this with this car. Balance and control. And it's definitely got both of those as far as this base setup goes. Now, that doesn't mean that I won't obviously mess with the setup more in the future, because that's just what you do. You just try and find that perfect setup that you really, really like, that you get it really dialed into where you think it's perfect. You rarely ever get to where you think it's perfect, but it's always a nice goal to shoot for. Now, the way it is now, I feel like there's a lot of room for improvement. If you want to keep it in an effective power band, you just got to keep it in boost. Keep it right up in the higher RPMs, keep the turbo going, keep it in boost, and you'll really be good to go. There's nothing that's going to get in your way of getting this thing sideways, unless you're way down in the rev range, or, you know, being way out of boost or something. Which are basically the same thing. I don't know why I separated those two things, but I don't know. That's just kind of the way it came out, honestly. Damn it! Loves to get sideways on the power, though, but it's not to where you're spinning. It's really nice, because it's not to where you're spinning if you just kind of leave the power on. You don't really have to worry about that, honestly. Like, just, I'm floored right now. I know. I'm not worried about him right now. I was like, I am not worried about him no. Thank you. Oh, God. Really? That ended up being pretty decent, too, until I met a Diablo. Let's switch it up and go first person. God, the sound of that turbo is ridiculous. That has to be the absolute loudest turbo I've ever heard in Forza, and I'm not kidding on that either. That has to be the absolute, by far, loudest turbo I have ever heard in any Forza game. Just listen to it. Jeez, get it under control, damn. We got it now. Okay, good. We got it now. But earlier I was like, what the hell? Get it under control. Big thing I'm noticing with this car is that when you're trying to do more like precision focused stuff like this, it can be a little tricky because you'll find yourself going in and out of boost a lot. But other than that, though, it's worth building just for the sound of this turbo that you hear from the inside of the car. It's absolutely ridiculous. Crap, crap. It just wants to keep it going. It's brilliant. Oh, I definitely want to use this car more. It's a challenge, I will say that, but it's fun. It's a good challenge. It's not one of those cars that'll get you frustrated all the time. It's a really good, fun challenge. If you want a car that's a little bit on the trickier side, but at the same time is not going to make you angry or anything like that, this is definitely a car and a build to look at. It'll definitely, at least in my opinion, I think it should really accommodate those criterias if that's what you're looking for in a car, especially in a drift car. It'll definitely accommodate those criteria. So I'm gonna say that this build is definitely not done, but I'm happy with where it is now. It's definitely not done, but I am happy with where it is now. So if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave me a like. Tell me in the comment section down below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Talk to you guys later. And if you want to copy the setup, feel free to do so and modify it to however you like. And again, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.